About 7 years after I got shot, we had an active shooter drill at my workplace. That was a brand new job. I had just started a week before, and they had us act like there was an active shooter on campus. They had us hide under our desks, so I was all by myself in my office, hiding under my desk. And it was like I was on the floor, bleeding out, watching the man next to me die all over again. It was extremely triggering. It messed me up so much that I couldn't function. For the next month, I was so depressed. Even in the shower, driving to work, laying in bed, I had that reel going through my head over and over again of the man next to me dying. It was like my whole body was back in that place. Now, mind you, I had tried therapy a couple of times before, and I just really couldn't find anything that worked. But this time I was desperate. I started getting to the place where I didn't even want to leave my house, and I already had 2 kids at the time, so it was really hard for me to not leave my house. I also had to go to work. We had this benefit at work where you could get 5 free sessions of therapy. So I found a random therapist in our town, and I went to him and I was like, hey, I got 5 sessions. I need you to teach me how to fix myself. And the first question he asked me was, have you ever shared your story? I was walking with a cane at the time, so I was like, yes, everybody in my life knows that I've been shot. But he said, no, have you ever actually shared the story of what happened to you that night, how you felt in the moment, and how you've been feeling since then? I had no idea. I asked my husband, I asked my friends, I asked my family members, have I ever told you what happened that night? And they all said the same thing. No, we just figured it was really traumatizing. You didn't want to talk about it. So then my therapist gives me an assignment. He said, I want you to talk about what happened to you in the most vulnerable way possible. Say all the things that you've never said out loud. So I went to my husband that night because I was desperate at this point. I was like, I need to tell you what happened to me that night and how I've been feeling since then. I need to get it all off my chest. I just need to get it out of my system. He was like, I'm really tired. Can we just, can we do it tomorrow? I've had a really long day. No, we cannot do it tomorrow. I need to do this right now because I need to be able to function tomorrow. And he said this is the thing that was gonna fix me. So we sat down on the couch and I proceeded to open up about things that I had never spoken about before. I talked about feeling like I should have died that night, talked about how guilty I felt that I survived and the man next to me didn't. I was shaking and crying. And I looked over at my husband, ready for him to just hold me. But he was asleep. He was actively snoring. I had poured my heart out and my husband fell asleep. Anyways, that's how I learned that whenever you want to talk about something and open up, make sure that the person has the time and energy to receive.